when he told me, he's like, I want you on my album, I was like, what the fuck? On some real shit. I was like, that's crazy. You feel me? Like Drake's on that album.
Yeah.
I'm Damon Elbert, you watching Coverageworld. But well, I was born in Everett, and then I got put in like foster care and stuff, and I was moving around between like Bothell, Shoreline, Seattle, and you feel me? That'll do a lot to a person. So I just try to put that energy in the music. I feel like I just used that and put in my music and gave something for people to relate to. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and just talk about all my struggles all day, because everyone got their own struggles. You feel me? I just try to put that in the music, and everything makes you who you are. You feel me? So I just used all that.
Talk to me about when you first started making music.
When I first started making music, no one was fucking with it at all. But I just had like this, I was just so in love with it, you feel me? Like that shit never, no matter what anyone said, that shit never stopped me, you feel me? I just kept working and working, and then shit just started progressing, just slowly growing and growing, and then now I'm here where I am, you feel me? There was a lot. I feel like people just looked at me and they're like, oh, this is just some regular SoundCloud kid or whatever, but none of that shit stopped me. It wasn't good at first, but there were always that few people who believed in me, you feel me? And I just, I never let that shit get to me.
Who was there really early in your process, like guiding you and kind of showing you love and supporting you? Is it like friends and other artists maybe, like studio?
It was mainly just like Ryan Goney, Kens, that boy, like, he really taught me how to do everything I know, you feel me? Like, he taught me how to record, gave me advice, all that shit, and then like, I started meeting people along the way who got like hella supportive, like Sage, my video guy, Oliver, my photographer back there, and just everyone else. It was just like my close friends though, no one really supported except them at first, and now people are finally starting to catch on and show love. Yeah, I think the last, like, between that time from when I first started and now, was like, it was just about me like finding my sound and stuff. And I feel like every artist here knows that's a process. That shit just don't happen overnight. So it's like, just the more and more I did it, the more and more I kind of like figured out my lane and who I wanted to be as an artist. And now I'm just working on like solidifying that position. You know what I mean?
You pinpoint that moment when you said, oh damn, like I'm actually pretty good at this, like.
Yeah. No, I remember I was at, I had this little like setup in my house. It wasn't nothing special. It was just a computer, the mic, and I made this one song, and then I just posted it on SoundCloud. No one really like, it didn't pop off or anything, but I posted it. It was a super personal song, you know what I mean? So, and then the next morning I woke up and I got a DM from like this random girl, like I don't even know her, but she was like, that song saved my life. And then I was like, that's when I realized, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So from there, I just started taking it seriously. It was that moment, because before that, I was always just like, I just did it because it was what I loved to do. And then when I got that DM from that girl, I was like, all right, this is what I'm supposed to do. So, yeah.
Are you satisfied with the way your music sounds now, or is it just constantly evolving?
Yeah, no, I'm satisfied, but I feel like every artist knows that it's like, you could be satisfied with your music, but just like the more you experience throughout life, the more your music changes. You know what I mean? Like you could always have that root sound, you know what I mean? Like you could always be like, oh, I do melodic rap or I do this, but it's like the more you experience, I feel like that like plays into your music and could change your sound. You know what I mean? Because you could be going through like a super good phase in life and your music's turned happy and stuff, and then you could be going through a super like depressing stage in life and then your music's the opposite. But I feel like your music, as an artist, your music always is evolving, and if it's not evolving, you're doing something wrong. You know what I mean? For me, I feel like, that's a good question. I feel like it just comes from knowing your worth. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you could be just a confident person just in general. But when it comes to music, it's like you're putting a part of yourself out there, and that takes a lot of courage sometimes. So it's like, I feel like if you put in the work and you know you put in the work, you're just gonna be more confident. And I know I put in the work. So I feel like that plays into my confidence.
How did the link up with Draco happen?
So I was working on, like I was like stuck in Seattle, you feel me? Like, and there's not much going on here music wise, but I know everyone in this room right now is gonna play a part in changing that. So it's like, I know if I wanted to see my stuff start to grow, I had to get out of the city. So I did that. I went to LA. I was just in LA for a minute, recording, working on music, you feel me? Working on my sound. I was trying to perfect that. And then like, I was actually on the way back to Seattle, and then I just ran into him, you feel me? Cause you can meet anyone in LA, and I just seen him, I played him my shit, and he's like, I'm trying to sign you. And then it was just love from there. So he was telling me he wanted to sign me and shit. And then, I don't know, he just like tapped me in with everyone. And we just started working together, recording and shit. I'm still independent. I haven't signed no deal. And I told him that, and he respected it. And yeah, I mean, a lot's happened, a lot's changed, but I feel like it's a result of the work I put in, you know what I mean? I do feel like I deserved everything that came from that, and that is coming from that. So I don't know, a lot's changed. I've been able to bless a lot of people financially, and that shit feel good. And besides that, I'm still independent. Shit, I mean, I feel like real recognize real, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's about how you approach someone, first off. You feel me? Like, if someone's coming up to me like, bro, you gotta hear my music, you gotta hear my music, you gotta hear my music, I'm about to be like, get the fuck out my face, you annoying me, you feel me? But it's like, if you just approach them with like, or just anyone with the right energy, it's like, a lot could change. And then if they fuck with it, they fuck with it, you feel me? Like, music's subjective, music's personal, you know what I mean? Like, I can't make someone fuck with my sound. If they fuck with it, they fuck with it. But I don't know, I've been always told there's something special about me. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I put that into my music, and that's why people fuck with it. At first I was just like, oh, that shit filthy, you feel me? Like, Draco fuck with me. But then when he told me, he's like, I want you on my album, I was like, what the fuck? On some real shit, I was like, that's crazy, you feel me? Like, Drake's on that album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was over here like, that's crazy. But I don't know, I just treated it like any other song. And I just kept going.